Welcome to our presentation. We are the ASH's Clinical Anatomy team. Our teaching innovation began during the fall of 2019. We taught a lecture-based anatomy course at Saguaro A and B that was supplemented with hands-on learning in the gross anatomy lab. While we were very excited to be describing the details about the heart valves, the blood flow, and nerves of the brachial plexus, muscles of the leg, the students, all 120 of them, were not as interested in listening to us at the front of the room. It was this experience that led our team to have in-depth and honest discussions about what we wanted our classroom to look like and for what purpose. We committed to improve our product and undertook a process to explore, compare, and contrast, as well as identify a strategy and teaching approach that we all believed would better achieve our curricular goals. The goals we set out to achieve through redesigning our course were to improve student engagement, accountability, critical thinking, and ultimately clinical application of anatomy as future healthcare professionals. We recognized that this was a lot to undertake, so we enlisted the help of the TLC teams and faculty peers to brainstorm teaching methods that could most effectively and efficiently meet our goals. We decided to use a team-based learning, or TBL, framework and set out to infuse it into our curriculum scheduled for fall 2020. TBL has been used predominantly in business education and only recently integrated into health science education. While we initially expected our TBL to be in person looking like this, news that we would be online for the fall semester presented a challenge and a decision. Were we going to stay committed to TBL or continue through lecture over Zoom for 20 weeks? We decided to stay committed to TBL, but in order to do so, we had to think outside traditional TBL framework and be innovative to deliver synchronously online when no one had done that or written about it before. We looked into ATSU-supported software and figured out a strategy to try, which we redefined after each TBL session. Next, we'll show you the final product and then describe the different technology we use to implement successful online TBL sessions during our 20-week course. This figure shows the outline we used to construct each TBL session, including a group review, readiness assessments, and group application activities that consisted of patient cases. This outline includes all components of traditional TBL, but where we had to be innovative was in our use of technologies needed to be successful.
So, how did we implement this and make it successful? Let's look behind the scenes from a development perspective. The creation of diverse teams is the foundation of TBL, and one of the criteria we set for these teams was that they had to be interdisciplinary. All teams had to have multiple professions represented, but also genders, ages, and races. We used a software program called Grumbler to create diverse interprofessional groups, and as shown here, our team has been highlighted on their website as a happy Grumbler. Within the Zoom software, we used the breakout room feature to facilitate all teamwork. Qualtrics survey software was used for administration of the group readiness assessment tests that allowed for real-time feedback. If interested in an example of what the GRAT looks like, go ahead and scan the QR code provided. Qualtrics was also used to administer peer evaluations. All of the TBL session content and technologies were presented and linked in the Canvas page of our course. As with all curriculum development, there is a learning curve, and that takes a significant investment in time. So we recommend using the resources ATSU provides and supports. In doing so, the cost to any course or program is minimal, and it allows it to be scalable to other programs since our online TBL was designed using existing resources. We think you should consider TBL for the reasons we provided, as well as the fact that it aligns well with all of ATSU's core professional attributes, especially interprofessional collaboration, interpersonal skills, and critical thinking. Working in teams allows for interprofessional growth, including communication skills, active listening, and problem solving. While we weren't able to engage in person, we successfully achieved our goals in the online learning environment, as evidenced by some of the student feedback provided here. So we would like to thank you for taking the time to learn more about our journey of innovation in developing and delivering a successful online TBL experience for our students.